Hello Year 11 and welcome back. What a treat that we get to go back to this. So same as usual, if you remember from last year, you just need to follow along on the PowerPoint or the video, pause when I tell you to, and then come back each time until we get to the end of the lesson. All of your work needs to be uploaded, or proof of your work needs to be uploaded to your teacher, so that's either myself or Mr. Porter, and then you just need to make sure that you bring in your resources next week as well. So today we're going to do a little bit of revision on the USA, and we're going to look back to the relationship between the USA and the USSR. So all that work that you did on Vietnam, on the Cold War, on the Berlin crisis, Cuban Missile Crisis, all that stuff, you need to think about how you're going to remember all that stuff, because next week when you return you are going to have a key knowledge recall test. So it won't be in your first lesson back, but probably in the latter part of next week you will be having a quick knowledge test. So, first of all, refresh your memory, see what you can remember about the USA's relationship with the USSR. There are some keywords here that might help you with that. So pause here, see what you can remember, and then come back to the lesson. Okay, so your task today is to create some revision materials in order to prepare for that knowledge test on your relationship, well, on the relationship between the USA and the USSR. Like I said, you will be tested on that knowledge. The only knowledge that you will be tested on is included in the knowledge organizer that I've attached. So I can show you here. It is this one. So I've attached the whole thing in your attachment section on Show My Homework. So it's all there, but also I will include the link that takes you directly to it if your attachment doesn't work. So all of this is the key stuff that you're going to be tested on. You're not going to be tested on anything that isn't on here, but it could be anything on here. So it could be key dates, it could be the definition of keywords, it could be giving a bit more detail about a certain thing or saying what happened when. So that's what you're going to need to do. So your task, create some revision materials that show that you are actively revising. So this isn't a case of just putting some notes on a page. You need to be thinking about what you're going to do with those notes. So if you're going to make a mind map, you then need to question yourself or get someone at home to quiz you on it. Or you could do foldables, look, cover, write, check, that kind of thing. You could even use some of the information to answer some exam questions. So I've put some question stems in your attached documents that you could create some of your own exam questions and have a go at that. You must show at least 2 different revision methods. So that could be mind maps and foldables, it could be dual coding and exam questions, whatever works for you. Think back to what you did in the mocks, whether or not that worked, and then do what works best, but you need to give at least 2 different methods, please. You must make sure that you can show us that revision in class next week, and also I want you to upload your progress. So you might not necessarily finish all of this today. It's going to be an ongoing thing because revision isn't just a one-time thing, but I would like you to make sure that you upload to your teacher what you've done so far today, and we do expect that to be a solid amount of work. Okay, so any questions, as usual, just message your teacher, get in touch and enjoy.